What's up everybody, Two Tail Caper here. I have a collection of Vinegar Syndrome titles that I just got in the mail yesterday, and I've looked through them just to make sure that I have everything that I ordered, but I haven't opened any of them yet, so this is going to be like a first viewing for me. This is including titles that were released a couple months ago. Some of them are kind of old, but they had a sale, so I figured I'd pick up some of the ones that looked interesting. And then I've got some of their new Vinegar Syndrome releases and some of their kind of new partner releases. So just to get this one out of the way first, I have Freeway 2, Confessions of a Trick Baby. This is a sequel to Freeway 1, which starred Reese Witherspoon. And this movie does not have Reese Witherspoon in it and doesn't have any of the original characters, I don't think, but it's supposed to be kind of the same vein of movie, except this one was made for television, I think, so it's probably going to be a little bit more crass and cheap, but it still sounded pretty interesting. And plus, the slipcover matches with the original Freeway one that they did, which I'm a big fan of. This is a 4K Ultra HD release, and there's the specs in the back here. I'll zoom in a little bit. Well, not zoom in, but, you know, bring it up to meet you. Man, their plastic wrap on these is really thick. I was hoping I could break it with my nail, but I guess I'm gonna need something sharp, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I've got my trusty box knife here. We're gonna get this opened up. Oh, I kind of went into the case. It should be fine now. Plastic wrap off. Eesh. That is a tight squeeze there. Okay. Freeway 2 out of its shell. And we have the Blu-ray disc on the left featuring the, I want to say it's a nun. I think it's like a man in disguise, and they probably have bad intentions for our main characters here. And then we have the 4K disc over here. So pretty nice. Just reusing the artwork from the slipcover, but it does the job. It's very nicely done artwork, and it fits with the original Freeway, so I'm happy with that. The next two are kind of like older releases. The first one is Hypnosis, which is released by Altered Innocence. Has a nice kind of trippy slipcover here, and if I remember the inside artwork, this one is a really tight slipcover. It's even trippier. It's kind of like the hypnotherapist guy kind of has the kid sinking into the ground here. I don't know exactly what this is about, but the cover art kind of drew me to it. And I generally like Altered Innocence's stuff, so I figured I'd get this one, and it was on sale. I was able to get it with a slipcover. That's always a plus. I don't think I've ever bought anything from Vinegar Syndrome that didn't have the slipcover on it. Yes. I tried to pre-order the stuff, so I didn't get it. But here's the inside, and this is just the one Blu-ray disc with the cover art on it, and then a nice trippy horizontal lines on the inside, which there's probably nothing under there, right? Now I'll open it for you. Ta-da! So Hypnosis seems cool. And then the next one I've got is kind of cool, Pathogen, which was filmed by I want to say she was like, I forget what it said. She was like 12 when she started filming it. Filmmaker Emily Higgins was 12 and released when she was 15. Okay, so she started filming it when she was 12, I guess at her school. It's like a zombie movie. I've generally enjoyed what the American Genre Film, God, what is it called? American Genre Film Archive has released. I sought out their release of the McPherson tape with the slipcover, which wasn't super easy to find or cheap, but there are some people selling on eBay because that only had like 1,000 copies. But I wanted that slipcover because it looked really nice. So here's this here, here. It's also got a bonus movie, Zombie Girl the movie, a feature-length documentary on the making of the Pathogen, which is this. So it's just got the one Blu-ray on the inside, with a nice teal look to it. And then we have an alternate poster, which is really cool. And I think I'm actually going to switch this around because this image is a little bit too similar to the slipcover. Again, I hope everything is in frame. I'm still using my phone on this like extended arm thing, which gives a nice overhead angle, but sometimes I can't tell if like things are in frame because I kind of have to look up and over at my phone filming. But yeah, really nice release here, Pathogen. And I thought the story behind it with, you know, such a young person filming their first ever movie, it's probably not going to be like high cinema, but it'll be a cool thing. Okay, next we'll do the new partner label releases that I got from like the last batch. I pre-ordered some from the latest batch, but I haven't got those yet. So this is a release from Umbrella Entertainment, Spirits of the Air, Gremlins of the Clouds. And this is like a post-apocalyptic kind of horror movie about these people that are living in the desert and they kind of want to get out. The brother and sister, and the sister's like a religious fanatic. This must be her here. And the brother's a cripple and he wants to fly. And then there's like this drifter that comes in and he has this flying machine, and the sister seems intent on getting rid of the drifter for whatever reason. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, but it sounds pretty interesting. And I think this movie is in 4:3 aspect ratio, which is also an interesting choice. You can see the screenshots from the movie are kind of like squished. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, 1:33. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is also an Australian film. I really like the front cover image here. I've been collecting all of the stuff that Umbrella have put out through Vinegar Syndrome. They've got another one called Shame up for pre-order now, which looks... I mean, that doesn't look like my favorite genre of movie, but I'll probably still get it. God, this one is... The plastic wrap is tough today.
Yeah.
But this one looked really interesting to me. Plastic wrap. Okay. And then inside there should just be the one Blu-ray disc. Oh, we actually have a booklet. Very nice. Nice disc artwork here. Same art as the front. And then on the back here we've got some stakes, it looks like, some crosses. And there's the insert in her artwork. And then the booklet. I'm not going to read this because I haven't watched the movie yet, and I would like to not be super spoiled. Hopefully there's no super spoily images. But this seemed like a pretty obscure film, and one that sounded and looked pretty interesting from the screenshots, so I decided to give this one a go. And the other new partner the other new partner label release that I got is also like a zombie-ish movie. The woman has like a disease or something that makes her blood hungry. And this one's called Trouble Every Day. I think this is a French film. A really nice thick slipcover on this one. I think this is a French film, but it does also offer English audio, pretty sure. And this is from a new partner label they have called The Film Desk. And this is, I think, their first one that they did, yeah, in English and French with English subtitles. I'll probably watch the English dub. I don't know which language it was originally filmed in, so maybe it's not even an English dub. It might be like one of those weird cases where, like, the Giallo films, the actors are all American and they'll, like, voice themselves, but I don't think they keep the original filming audio. It's really weird. Like, I watched Dario Argento's Phenomena. I watched Phenomena, and the audio was just a little bit off. It almost sounded like them, but it didn't sound like it was coming out of their mouths. So I don't know if it was ADR or not. Oh, we have another little booklet in here too. Hopefully there's nothing too saucy. But it's nothing I can't censor out if I see something crazy. I don't know if I'll switch the artwork on this one. Maybe I will. Here's the booklet. Trouble Every Day. Nice black pages. Very nicely. Yeah, let's switch this around because the front artwork is the same as the disc. And here's what it looks like with the alternate cover. Very nice release here. Oh, scraping them on the wall. Okay, now the last 3 releases I have are the big releases that Vinegar Syndrome put out recently. So the first one is probably the most notable. I've got the Vinegar Syndrome Ultra release. Is it Ultra or Ultimate? It doesn't matter. VSU release of Showgirls. Pretty sure this is a 2001 film, and it was very panned when it came out, but it's got a cult following now, and a lot of people were talking about this one. I figured I'd get it. There's a little bit saucy stuff in here, but I think they're all covered up. I put the book on top just because this poster artwork is really iconic. So I figured I'd put that up front. So let's go through the book first then. I did a teeny weeny little flip through of this, and I didn't think there was anything super X-rated in it. Because this is an NC-17 film. It's not like well, it's like rated R. It's not like rated X, I don't think, or unrated. Whoops. Missing some pages here. So there's that. The book, I'll put it on the bottom this time. Oh, there's something on the back here. Very nice. Every single aspect of these Vinegar Syndrome Ultra releases have design work into them. So this is a little saucy, but I think we can get away with this slipcover here. Front and back, because she is back facing the camera. Nice and colorful. And then, oh, here's the super iconic poster with her body making S. Plain black on the back. That's okay. They said that this new transfer has fixed a lot of issues that were in other transfers. Even including I don't know if this is the world's first 4K, but they said the last prominent release of this movie had some pretty bad image quality issues, and apparently this has been completely fixed in this new version, which I will appreciate. Vinegar Syndrome always does the most with movies that are super under the radar, or just nobody really cares enough about them. Oh, look at the disc all upside down. That's alright. Disc 1. Disc 2. They're all upside down. I can spin this one. And disc 3. So we have 2 Blu-ray discs, so one of these is likely the extra features. It's probably this one. And I'll put it back in the slipcover. Close this up. And my favorite thing about these Vinegar Syndrome Ultra releases is the magnetic clasp. So satisfying. Okay, this next one is the release of A Blade in the Dark, which has this amazing diagonal packaging that you can pull off, and it creates new images. So the knife moved up and cutting through the hand, and then on this one it's the girl trying to hide behind the door, but then the knife comes through. And this is I forget if I said it already, but this is a giallo movie by Lamberto Bava, and I know that there's nudity on the back of this slip cover, so I think I'll show it, but I'll have to put a censor up over the nude part, so I'll just cover with my hand. Get the sensor ready. Reveal. Hand over. And there we go. And then the inside slip is the same artwork from the front of the slipcover, which I like more because it's more colorful. This is one of those 4K cases that has like a very small area to put your thumb into. Not my favorite, but they generally do this for the thicker cases, and I think there's 4 discs in this set, if I can remember properly. Oh man, the plastic wrap is so tight on here today, on all of these. I didn't even look through that book. I forgot there was a book in there. So here's this. Does it have an alternate slip? Yes, and that's the naked woman, so I'm not going to put that out. But we have disc 1, which is the Ultra HD. Actually, the disc might have the image on it. It does, but they censored it. So here's 4K disc 2, Blu-ray disc 1, and I'm just going to make sure Blu-ray disc 2 is also censored. Yeah. I would have liked some other disc artwork, but just getting like these 2 new pieces of artwork alone, and then with the slipcover, it probably cost them a lot of money to have that commission, so it's okay. And the artwork is pretty good, so I can't really fault them for wanting to use it more. And then the Italian title, La Casa con la Scala nel Buio. I don't know, I don't speak Italian, so hopefully I didn't butcher that too bad.
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
But this seems like a cool slasher movie. I really enjoy the stuff like by Dario Argento that I've seen. Hopefully there's nothing in this book, but I can censor it if so. But yeah, I really enjoy like the Dario Argento slashers. The one I just watched recently was Inferno? No, it wasn't Inferno. It's I'll put an image of it on the screen because I can't remember it. But that one was pretty wild and had a nice twist at the end that I didn't see coming. But I'm trying to collect all of Dario Argento's films. We gotta get like a new 4K release of Four Flies and Grey Velvet because Severin Films kind of butchered that release. I'm not saying that they did like a bad job with handling the film, but the way they released it and like it's not available to buy kind of ruined it, in my opinion. Okay. Oh man, I love this packaging so much. This kind of like pull apart kind of reminds me of like the original limited edition Blu-ray of Your Name that Funimation pulled out, where it's like, it was like this, but it was split down the middle and you can kind of like pull it apart that way and you separate the main characters. It's pretty cool. And then the last thing I have is the Peter Solkins, I think that's how you pronounce it, Apocalypse Tetralogy. And there are 4 films in here. Very bleak Polish films, and I thought this one would be a cool one to buy because I do enjoy like horror. I love this booklet with the yellow mice. We'll go through the book first. Haven't seen any of these films, and I just heard of them when they released the Blu-ray, but that's the beauty of Vinegar Syndrome. You can find out about these crazy old films, and I think I've said this before, but you can find out about these crazy old films that have done such cool stuff and you've never heard about them before, and nobody has like seen or heard from them in like years, but then all of a sudden, bam, they're on 4K Blu-ray with like amazing packaging. And I mean, for what you get with the packaging, the pricing, it's a little bit expensive, but it's worth it for the amount of work and time that they put in. A lot of times they put in like new special features, and they do like new restoration work like they did with Showgirls to make it the best presentation the film has ever seen on home media. So I think supporting Vinegar Syndrome is worth it for me. I've got a couple other stuff, like I said, that I pre-ordered, hasn't come yet, and I'll probably get a few more things that they've announced. Once they end their partner only thing, because they only have the partner stuff up, and I'm kind of waiting for their other stuff to come back so I can get 1 or 2 things from them. Hopefully this one will have some reversible artwork, but I don't think that'll be a problem considering all the other ones that we've had today have had it. Man, I don't know what it is today with this plastic wrap. It's been a real pain in the behind. A pain in the ass. Let's see if we can... There we go. That's better. Oh boy. There we go. Amazing. They use like the most thick, high quality plastic wrap, like the kind that comes on Nintendo Switch games, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, do we have a stack pack? Oh no, okay. So there's 2 Blu-ray discs, and there's 2 films per disc. And then the back actually has the same artwork as the outer slip, so I think I'm going to leave it like it is. So the 4 films are Golem, War of the Worlds, Obi Oba, I think that's how you say it, and Gaga. So yeah, really nice package here. All of the movies sounded cool to me, especially Golem. I think that one sounded the coolest because it's like the first one, and then the other ones sound cool too. So once I find time to watch them, I think I'm going to enjoy everything that I've purchased today. It all kind of seems like up my alley. And yeah, that's going to do it for the video. That's all the stuff that I have from Vinegar Syndrome. But I'm very impressed with their level of quality and the interesting, unique, sometimes bizarre films that they always seem to have for release. So yeah, if you got all the way to this point, I want to thank you so much for watching the video and listening to me babble about stuff that nobody nobody cares about but me, and maybe you watching. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.